Hi, I'm a new OC Leah. We are going to watch some Danno shorts. Sit back, make some popcorn, maybe a soda, and let's watch.
The mysterious TV head is horrifying because randomly in 2018, an anonymous man wearing a TV on his head visited multiple people's homes in Henrico County, Virginia, where all he did was leave old TVs. What's scary is that not only did people wake up the next morning to find this TV on their porch, but also video of the man on their doorbell cameras, saying nothing other than sometimes giving an ominous wave. These homeowners called the police and they were just as confused, not knowing whether it was a prank or a threat. A year passed with no leads on TV Man's true identity when he suddenly decided to strike again in 2019. Again, leaving TVs on people's porches for absolutely no reason. And then, nothing.
Weird.
TV head was never seen again. To this day, we have no idea who this man was or why he left these TVs on people's porches, and honestly, we may never know. Was he funny, or was he simply just being crazy? But that's why. Why so many people hate these popular things? Something I've seen for a while now is whenever something gets really popular, like internet breaking huge, they always manage to amass a giant group of hate pretty much out of nowhere. So why? Well, there's a couple different reasons. First, jealousy, obviously. But second, and more common, I'm different. For the same reason most of us love random and unknown shows, the reason we love the characters and buy the merch is because it's unique and fans love showing people their unique taste. Sometimes people like media so much it becomes part of their personality. But when a show gets too popular, some people start to think, oh, so the popular thing is to like it? Well, then I'm gonna be unique by hating it. But let me be clear, I'm not saying all media is perfect. Some people do have valid criticisms. Sometimes it's issues with the content itself or the creators behind it, but it's sad that people will use an issue to bully people who actually do enjoy the media. But also, just so you know, there's a major difference between this personally doesn't appeal to me as I feel the pace is too quick, which is a valid criticism, versus this is trash, which is hate. And honestly, this goes for so many different things. Shows like Has-Been Hotel or The Amazing Digital Circus and Mr. Beast videos. Just because so many people like them, so many other people hate them because they crave to be unique. But now you know. How to survive a plane crash? Listen, the chances of you being in a plane crash are close to none, but just in case, here's a couple tips to help you survive. First is your location on the plane. A lot of people believe that the more expensive the seats, the safer it is, when in reality, it's the exact opposite. You're actually better off closer to the middle or the back.
Ha! Take that, rich people.
Second, if you're really paranoid, dress yourself to prepare for disaster. Usually either wool or cotton clothing, as they're both less flammable in case the plane explodes. But I'd suggest wool if you're flying over the ocean, since cotton takes longer to dry and doesn't stay as warm. Third, you'll need to quickly decide whether or not to leave your luggage. Only prioritize it if you believe it'll help you survive, such as on a desert island. If it's just personal stuff, leave it behind. Fourth, when you crash, get away from the plane, as there's a high chance it'll explode, but make sure not to let it out of your sight and get lost. Next, although this may sound obvious, listen to the flight attendants. They have to go through months of intense training to be prepared for emergencies, and yeah, they know what to do. Finally, as with any survival situation, stay calm. The higher you freak, the lower your chances of survival. But now you know. Can VR hack your brain? VR is getting insanely advanced, but I want to know if VR can actually break into your head. So that's why I asked my good friend and VR expert, Bam Bayo, to join me.
Hey,
Bam.
So VR is...
Hey, newsflash, no one cares. But you know what you should care about? My cool new vest.
Ricky, what? That's a bomb!
Oh, it is?
Ricky, where did you get that?
Walmart.
Which aisle of Walmart has a...
The bomb aisle.
Yeah, okay, new short, how to disarm a bomb!
okay, hold
store?
on. I have... Okay, red wire.
Nuh-uh.
Hurry.
Bam!
Okay,
Bam.
wait, hold on. The bomb is green, so blue wire.
Whew,
Good
that
job,
was close.
Bam. Spoke too soon.
Ugh, not again.
Speaking of bombs, Bam and I are going
It
live
was a
today
good live
playing
stream.
VR Keep Talking and No One Explodes, where Bam is going to try and help me disarm bombs.
Hopefully we do a better job in game.
How to kill a vampire? So we all know that
Danno
vampires
looks so
probably
cool in
don't
that
exist,
outfit.
except for my 8th grade blood-sucking algebra teacher, but other than that, if you ever do meet one, here's the tips you need to know to stay alive. So most people know that vampires hate garlic, but some people mistakenly believe that garlic alone will kill them. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. The only thing garlic does is scare them away because it contains acillin, a strong antibiotic. Sure, you can use garlic, a Bible, and a cross to ward away vampires, but the only way to truly kill them is one of 3 ways. First, a wooden stake to the heart. Yeah, who wouldn't that kill? But for vampires, it doesn't just puncture their chest, it actually turns them into ash. The second way of killing a vampire is leading them into the sunlight, although most people don't know exactly how long it takes for them to burn to death. But the third and final way is just to behead them. But yeah, it's like I said, vampires most likely aren't real, and just because you meet a pasty antisocial white boy doesn't make him a vampire. Probably. But now you know. The US government is hiding something massive? And no, I'm not talking about aliens or conspiracy theories, like the fact that they had planned assassinations or that they created the funny powder. I'm talking about the fact that in Springfield, Massachusetts, they're hiding 1.6 billion pounds of cheese in caves. That's right, cheese. What? Well, basically, it's all thanks to this guy, Jimmy Carter, who was the president in the 1970s. Back then, there was a massive dairy shortage, so he decided to pump a ton of money into cheese production to help out farmers. But this eventually resulted in overproduction by the year 1980. So what did they do? Well, they tried distributing it as much as they could, but then they just shoved the rest of it into a random cave, as well as 355 million pounds of butter, 211 million pecans, and 1 billion pounds of french fries. But why is this so important? I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. The government's weird. But now you know. Why drowning is one of the worst ways to die? Don't worry, he'll be fine. First up, it's not like how you see it in movies, with the splashing around and yelling for help. In reality, drowning is a pretty silent process. You're less focused on screaming than you are just simply trying to breathe and stay above water. Not only that, but when the water starts to get into your system, your vocal cords might detect it and close, making it impossible for you to scream. On the outside, that is. Because as you sink deeper downward, you continue to scream for help in your mind as you feel burning sensations in your chest. The world's slowly going dark. But there's still hope, as usually if you get recovered before 10 minutes, there's a high chance you'll make a full recovery. But if not, you're most likely looking at long-term brain damage or probably death. So all of this to say, make sure you stay near lifeguards and always wear your stupid-looking duck floaty thing, even if it makes you feel dumb wearing it, because that's why. Why does the McDonald's McFlurry spoon look so stupid? So if you've ever gone to McDonald's and gotten one of their classic thick McFlurries, you've probably noticed that it always comes with a really weird looking spoon. McDonald's has tons of regular spoons, so why the special one for the McFlurry? And I know you're probably thinking it's a spoon and a straw combined, but no. Aside from being square and very uncomfortable to wrap your mouth around, the spoon has holes on the sides, making it impossible to be used as a straw. So what's the deal? Well, it's actually because McDonald's would have been required to clean their beaters after making every McFlurry. So instead, they developed this weird spoon to hook into a machine and act like the beater by itself. Except in late 2023, McDonald's announced that it would be getting rid of the McFlurry spoons. In an effort to use less plastic, they found a way to use reusable spindles instead. So everyone salute to this confusing spoon before it's gone forever. But now you know.
Okay, that's the end. Like and subscribe.